This is a question that gets asked quite a lot. How to cure target panic? I don't know that there's a way to cure target panic. I think target panic's almost like being an alcoholic. Once you're got target panic, you just kind of keep it under control, I guess you could say. I personally, I mean, if you shoot archery long enough, you're probably going to go through it. I've been through it in the early 90s or mid 90s. I went through target panic, and man, I do not ever want to go through that again. But conquering target panic has been one of my proudest moments. I mean, one of my proudest accomplishments. Target panic is flinching or anticipation, or it's really mind over matter. It's have you ever had to where you can't put the pin on the dot? You know, you're kind of shaky around the dot, or if you're flinching, or you know, you're punching the trigger. All these things are forms of target panic, and they can, you know, from day to day be worse than others. The symptoms, I guess you could say. To get out of target panic, what you have to train yourself to shoot without aiming and aim without shooting, because you can only consciously think of one thing at a time. And when shooting, the last thing you want to be thinking of is aiming. That's the last thing. Your whole shot process should be nothing but like subconscious. You should just be going through it on autopilot, if you will. So you set the shot up, and you're on autopilot, and all your muscle memory takes in, and then the shot goes off. But the only thing that you can consciously think of is aim, aim, aim. So that 5 to 10 second window when the shot happens, that you want the shot to break, is when you're aiming. You want to be aiming, not just like, okay, punch it, or this hand moving. So it's real important that you learn to do those consciously on our own level, and then bring them together. So a lot of people go out and shoot more and more and more, and all you're doing is just driving that target panic home. So what I encourage you to do is to take an extra set of sights, and when you're sitting in the living room, or when you're just out in the yard or whatever, walk around with it and just aim. Just pretend. Just take the sights, no bow, or you can have the bow. Aim the bow, but not pull it back. Just aim, and just walk yourself visually through a shot, saying, this is the perfect shot, this shot went off, but don't actually shoot the bow, so that you can see the perfect picture. And then as far as shooting wise, a lot of people will tell you to do blind bell shooting, and I encourage blind bell shooting, but not necessarily blind bell. And when I mean that is, I want you to draw the bow back, but I want you to take a piece of tape, put it over the sight, actually cover the sight up, make sure that you have the sight covered, so you can't see the pins. And I don't encourage closing your eyes, because when you anchor in, and you close your eyes go back this way, whereas you're looking across the bridge of your nose. So I encourage you to stand real close to the target, have no dots on the target, and really dim the lights, or turn the lights as low. Just all you want is just enough lights in the room to knock the air out. Draw back, and then talk yourself through the whole shot process, so that everything becomes, you learn it consciously and subconsciously, the whole perfect shot, the push, pull, squeeze, push, pull, squeeze, and then the shot breaks. You have good follow-through, so that you learn it, the mechanics, to where it's on autopilot. You know how to shoot. And then you're aiming on a separate level. And then after doing this for not just a couple of days, for weeks and sometimes months, it just depends, then try a few shots. Don't go out there and try to shoot, you know, 40 or 50 arrows at 40 yards. Just go out there and shoot you a few arrows and reiterate what a good shot feels like. And then slowly but surely, you've retrained your mind to be able to shoot and push, pull, squeeze, aim. That's what we're trying to get to. So target panic is not something easy to overcome, but that is going to be some helpful hints, and you got to be patient and persistent, and you can overcome it.